All right, YouTube. Um, it's me back again, talking a little bit about the bike. Just got done welding it up. Took it into work because I got a better welder. Hit all my welds, get them a little stronger, more defined. Used a better stick, well, a bigger stick. But talking today about the front wheel and axle. Remember, I said I found those little things at work. Works perfect for a 5/8 bolt. Got 5/8 bearings in the wheel. I was actually able to attach the disc brake to the front of it. I know it looks a little small, but they're mechanical instead of hydraulic. That one over there has hydraulic brakes on it, and they work great, but I'm curious to see what this is going to be like, and that's a much bigger bike than this one is. Everything seems to be all right. The bearings work well, rolls well, spins well, all that, except when I got it done and welded the bottom of this triple tree to the end of the shaft there for the steering. Just got a pair of pliers up there to hold it steady and straight so I can check it. The thing I found out was wrong was when I cut it, they weren't straight, so I don't know if you can see that. I can. Wheel curves to the right a little bit on the bottom, tips to the left on the top, so got to cut that left side off and lift it up a little bit and weld it back on. No biggie, just something else I got to do. But this is not having a real shop, just kind of doing it outside in my driveway. So another thing with these Northern Tool wheels, I found a big washer. Uh, Here, found a big washer. I don't know where you can buy these. I found these. A guy gave me a toolbox, had a bunch of these in it, and it's nothing but metal, real thick. And what I did was these brake discs. I don't know if you can see in the center. I actually broke off one of the bolts already because I tried to put it in while it was hot. It was too long. But the bolt holes, there's only 3. And what I did was I put them in the brake disc, put the bolts in, put the nuts on, set it on here, ground off the end of the nuts so that they would sit inside. And then I flipped it over, tack, 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 tack on each nut. Flipped it back over, took the plate off, welded the nuts in so that it would be part of this, and then ground that down smooth so that the brake disc would sit flat, perfect. And then I took that washer. I haven't been able to get in there and clean. That's all slag you see. That's not my welds. But I welded it all the way around. Some places better than others. But welded it all the way around. And as you can see with the wheel, if I can get close enough without touching it. Height-wise, it's a little weird. It's close enough. The pad's big enough to where it's always contact. But that's pretty darn straight. Not a lot of play, not a lot of movement. That's me moving around, but it's pretty straight up and down. I'm happy with that. Yeah. So no wobble in that. Just gotta fix this side, and then the front of it'll be all right. And then on to the next one. I just got it C-clamped with a piece of metal back there on that one. I'll get another wheel next week, and then work on the back half of it, and I'll post that one, and you guys can see what I'm working with. That it's scraping a little bit because it's not even in there. There's no spacers, so this wheel can actually move on this axle right now. What I found was it's a tube used to go to the wheels of an old garbage can, I'm supposing, but the inside diameter is 5/8, and it's actually small enough to go in there as a spacer. So I'm gonna cut it to the length that I need on either side to keep the wheel where it needs to be, and it'll just push on the bearings, so that'll work perfect. Also, on the top of these forks, it's a little weird because that plate's just sitting there. It's not attached in any way. What I end up doing, I left those a little long. I'm going to cut them down. And then I got these big nuts, well, big bolts and nuts and washers and a bunch of stuff. These big ass bolts, they will go in there. They cut that with a pipe, or with a pipe cutter. So It's got a little bit of lip on the edge of there. But after I cut it off, it'll be the same size. What I'll do is I'll cut the head off, put the shaft in, and then half of it'll be out. And that way, when I get it on there, I'll be able to put my washer on and then tighten the top of it to the triple tree. These nuts, and that'll make it look nice and clean and uniform. And then for the handlebars, I'll be able to go off of right here and just go off of right here and then come up and then have the handlebars go back to the back so you can reach them. Also planning on cutting this off right here. Just make it look a little better. Leave it the V shape. Still fat and bulky, but not square. This metal isn't that thick, so I can do it with a grinder. Yeah, that's it. Hope you guys like it.